What is going on? I got 5 amazing knives I'm going to be showing you. Now make sure you check out the last one because that's going to be the one you're going to be like, what have I been wasting my money on all this time? So this first knife I'm going to show you is the only fixed blade I'm going to be talking about. This is the White River Small Game. I like this little fixed blade because it feels great in the hand. You can get a full 4-finger grip on the very comfortable handle despite there being a 2.6-inch blade, making this a California legal blade, by the way. Blade is a stone-washed S35VN steel, which is going to have a good balance of edge retention, corrosion resistance, and toughness, truly making this knife ideal for what it is marketed towards, which is hunting and outdoor use. Yeah, there are steels out there that would have better edge retention, like something like 20CV, but that would take away from some of the known toughness in S35VN, which what makes this a good all-around outdoor use knife, which is also why this knife is advertised as a hunting knife, especially for small game. If it were advertised as a traditional hunting knife, I would imagine a different steel option would be suitable, like 20CV. The smooth burlap micarta scales are insanely comfortable, and to top it off, the sheath is a simple yet effective design. Made from Kydex with a belt attachment, and if you're wondering if you should put an ulti-clip on there, then yes, you should. The next knife I'm going to show you is a very cool premium quality folding knife from a company that is known for their OTF knives. This is the Axel Enzo drop point Wharncliffe type 20CV blade with a bead blasted finish. The website says it's a modified Tanto blade for some reason. How that makes sense, it kinda doesn't. 20CV blade still is known for its amazing edge retention and corrosion resistance, though it can be a challenge to sharpen. Scales are made from titanium and offer great ergonomics in several different grip positions. Titanium pocket clip and backspacer, which you can customize the color of when ordering from the Axel website. Pocket clip works well and is reversible. Lock bar is very accessible and comfortable to get to. Action is incredibly smooth. Flipper tab is very well designed, and the blade drops shut with ease. This next one is a pretty interesting folding knife designed by Hinderer. This is the Viper Knives Hinderer Storm. Definitely an interesting folding knife with a unique design. We have the M390 satin finished drop point blade. M390 and 20CV are essentially the same, if you didn't know. And then the scales are constructed from titanium and G10. This knife has good ergonomics, but one thing I think could be better is the overall smoothness of the action. I know smooth action isn't the most important thing, but it's something I value in a good folding knife. And this one just has a little bit of lock stick on this here liner lock. And when deploying the blade, it's just not as smooth feeling as it should be for the price point, in my opinion. Also not a fan of these thumb studs, as they are uncomfortable to use. We have the typical Hinderer pocket clip, which is reversible, and then we have this interesting backspacer as well. Okay then, this next knife I have for you is a very cool folding knife. This one is new to me, and I am just discovering this knife, made from Bestech. This is the Bestech Togatta. I absolutely am in love with the overall design and look of this knife. Super sleek. There's a couple things I don't like about this knife, but let's talk about the good things first. Super badass M390 Tanto blade with black coating, and then titanium scales with a very cool G10 inlay. Ergonomic factor of this knife is phenomenal, and just the overall look and ergonomics alone make me want to buy one of these. But a couple of things that made me decide against purchasing one of these knives is the strong detent, preventing you from using the reverse flick, though the thumb flick works fine and is in fact pretty satisfying. The lock bar is fairly easy to get to, but there is absolutely no cutout for it, making it just not as comfortable as it should be. And then the pocket clip is reversible. Okay, so I saved the most badass for last. This is the modded Microtech Scarab 2. So what exactly has been modded on this? So the blade obviously has been polished, which looks unbelievable by the way. Pocket clip has also been polished, and then the flats on the scales were sanded, so I think they were all black scales before. And then the blade and clip were probably stonewashed before the modifications. Anyway, if you've owned a Microtech OTF, then you know just how badass these knives are. Microtech OTF knives are built to last, especially if you take care of them. Not only that, but when holding one, it just feels like a quality piece. So aluminum scales, and then polished M390 dagger blade, which just looks insane. Oh, and it takes fingerprints very nicely, of course. Typical Microtech switch, which works well at grabbing your thumb. Action is smooth and snappy. Pocket clip is the typical Microtech pocket clip design, but with the little bug on there. Those 5 knives are actually for sale in the Knives in Trees Facebook group, which I will put the link to in the description. Also, one last thing, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my daily content.